Hi folks, welcome to Cole's Vaping Reviews and welcome to the video. Today we have a review for a variable voltage, variable wattage device. This was sent on to me by Phil and Mazen at elegantvapour.co.uk. As you can see, I've got a red head. I have been away for a few days. Got sunburnt, fair skinned, so that's for another video. But what we have today is this. It is the Dovpo MECH, and it's like I said, a variable voltage, variable wattage device. It's got the Transformers logo on. I'll speak about that later in the video. And it's a twin 18650 device, so it uses two 18650s in parallel, and we'll have a vape. I've just got a K-Fun version 2 on here, 1.6 ohm coil, and it's vaping okay. It's only at 8 watts. So, first things first, it's a device that comes in a box like that, and it's a Dovpo, as you can see. Now it does have that's the QR label and the website, and on the back we have a scratch and check label, which is from Everzon. Now it's a collaboration between Dovpo and Everzon, and there's a microcontroller in here, or a chip, and the chip is a US made chip. Although it's a Chinese product, it's a US made chip. Now elegantvapour.co.uk have sent a few out for testing purposes and review purpose. We still don't, Elegant Vapour still don't know if they are going to be selling this or not. So the reviews are going out to see what the comments are going to be like on it, and that kind of thing. I have my own take on the logo, whether there's any copyright issues with that or not. That's something for the company. And also the because of vaping as it is at the moment, especially in Wales, is it going to be aimed at, is this Transformers logo aimed at children? That's for you guys to decide whether you would be happy buying a device like this. So we'll get down to have a look at it. I will be using the gain control on the camera because the LCD display on here is quite bright, so it'll be dark in patches, but it will show the screen up a bit better. So we'll go down for the close-ups, and then we'll come back up and have a vape again and talk about it. I'll see you down at the table. Right guys, here we are close up with the Dovpo MECH. Now this is the back of the device, and I'll show you how to take the batteries out in a minute. But what we've got here is a beauty ring, which has got a couple of holes in it. There's one in there, and there's one on the other side as well, similar to what you get on a SVD type thing. So that's that. Also there's a 510 connection, which is spring loaded, as you can see. So that's a spring loaded 510. So we'll put the cap back on it. It also has, Ego cone threading for your clearomisers that use Ego cone threading. So we'll put that back on. Now this is the back. Now to get the back off here, we undo these, we just move them around, these little arms, and then we just lift it off, and that's the back. And then in here we have the two 18650 batteries, which are in parallel, and yeah, I mean these are flat tops, so nothing more to say about the back of it there. So we just put this in by these two lugs at the bottom of the cover, just sit in there, in there, and then push down, and then we fold these in. It is quite a stiff to get them over the cover. That's that. So when we get close up with the LCD at the front, I'll just power it on. 1, 2, 3. I'll just power it on, and I'll just turn my, so you can see it better, I'll just turn the gain down slightly, and that's better. So now, as you can see at the top, we have the battery symbol, and then at next to it here we have open, which means there's no atomizer attached. Next to that, where it says 0158, that's how many puffs we've had, 158. And then it says that's the day next to that, which is Thursday. And then in the exit out of there, and then we've got the volts in the middle, 3.9 volts, and then there's a little lock symbol which is saying it's open at the moment, which is to actually lock the device. I'll show you that in a sec. And then we've got the date and time at the bottom, all the way across the bottom. So to lock this, what we do is, it's hard to do it on here is, just get out of there, is we press the plus and the minus together, and you see it lock and then unlock, and we can change it now with the touch screen. And then to lock it at say 5.1 volts, we press them both together and it locks. It is a bit sensitive to get it right, but it does work pretty well, the touch screen on it does. And then when we fire it, you get the counter, which does time out after 10 seconds. We'll show you that. It says time over. So that's the front of it. When you fire it as well, there's also a Dovpo light that comes on through the back of that screen on the back. So we'll show you the menu now when it goes into focus. So to get into the menu, we press the fire button 3 times, which is this on the side here. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then the first one is the power. So we don't want that. We want the V and the W, and we select it. Then we can select either volts, watts, or exit. So we'll select watts, press the fire button. That's now in wattage mode. We move across, and then this is the sorry, once more, move across there. That is the, when it goes back into focus, come on, 1, 2, 3, back to the clock again. That's the calendar, or your date, or whatever you want to call it. That's your date and time. So we don't want that, so we'll come out of that, and then 3 again, and we'll go across to a symbol of like a speaker, which is the sound. So that's on, so that's now on, which is very annoying, so I'll leave it off. So yes, it is very, very annoying, the sound from it's like a buzzer. So we select it to go off. And then the next one is an alarm, which you can set an alarm on it. And then we'll exit out of there because we won't want to set any alarms. And then the next one is exit, or it just goes off on itself. And then when you press the fire button again, it brings up the screen. So yeah, it's just quite an easy menu to get on. It's just 3 clicks and you're on it, and then it does round robin by pressing plus or minus on the device. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Now we set it for watts, didn't we, on the last thing? So it should be on wattage mode now, which it is. It's set at 7.5 watts and it's in lock at the moment. As you can see, the lock is now actually showing locked. So we press it and then there's a little open, it comes open, the lock does on the top of it, and now we can change it. And then furthermore, if you press and hold the positive button, which is this side, it shows you there an asterisk there, or a lightning bolt, whatever you want to call it. Now that is the output power, which is, let's put that back on again, which is that there, which is your USB, and that's your USB for to power your smartphones. And then next door to it is the micro USB, and then that's the fire button again on this side. And then if we power the screen on, and I'll turn my gain off again, just lower it, dim it down a bit. We can turn that lightning bolt off, and then that's your flashlight. If we hold down the negative button here on the left, it turns it off. So yes, it's got quite a few features on it. Not features I would use personally, to be honest, the flashlight and all that lot. I just make sure it vapes really. So that's the close-up, guys, of the transformer type MECH device, and we'll go back up to the top and talk about it and have a vape with it on it. Alright guys, here we are back up again. I'm just going to have a couple of vapes on it. When you vape it, there is a sound from it. It's like it's not an annoying sound. I'd seen one review where he said it was quite annoying. The only annoying part of it is the touch screen bleeping, which you can turn off. The sound that you get when you vape it, it's only really audible when if you're in a quiet environment, really, to be honest. That's not annoying, but the beeps are annoying. So yeah, I mean, when you've got it plugged in, you can charge the batteries in situ. You don't have to take them out and put it in a charger, which is a good point about it. It does sit nice in the hand. I must admit that it is really nice in the hand. The logo, for me, excuse me, it's just a bit bordering on, you know, the children's side to me, with it being transformed. I know there's some people out there who of our age that like Transformers and that, but I think the Transformers logo and the way it is aimed slightly at the younger generation for me. You know, I don't know if you can get that off or not, or what, but in short, it's a little bit naughty. I would have just preferred it just to be plain, to be honest, plain black, and then just have the Dovpo symbol on the back as it is there. The touchscreen works very, very well, to be honest. The touchscreen does. There's the spring-loaded 510 is a bonus as well, because all the atomizers sit flush to that beauty ring there. Twin 18650, so you're going to get quite a bit of battery life out of it. The battery meter's showing on the screen, so you can see your battery life at a glance. It does put out, I think it puts out a bit more power than what's on screen, to be honest. I mean, I'm vaping this at 8 watts, and it's a 1.6 ohm coil, and it feels more like 10. It definitely feels more like 10 watts to me. Whether that's how the micro processor inside is putting the power to it or not, I don't know. But it does feel like it's putting more power to what's actually stated on screen, which is a good thing for battery life. The ohms checker, that's about, I've sort of, it's about 0.1 to 0.2 out from what I coil it on my to what it shows up on my ohms meter, and I've checked it with a few others and it seems to be the same. I'm getting the same off this ohms meter as what I'm getting off others that I've got, and it's about 0.1 or 0.2 out sometimes on the ohms reader on the screen. But yeah, I mean, it's you can't stand it up. It does, but it's a knockover. You can knock it over dead easy. So it's got to be a sort of light flat on the table. Excuse me. But it's an okay device. Well, it's actually a good device, really. But I think the logo, for me, it's a bit iffy, really, with regards to the children thing, and it's aimed at a younger generation, and that just wouldn't sit right with me buying this, really. But it is a good device. Don't get me wrong. If it was plain, I would buy one. Probably wouldn't take it out, but I would sort of buy one to keep at home. But it is a good device. It does vape very well. It has got a lot of features, and I can't really tell you much more. It is die cast. It's not plastic. I've heard people saying it's plastic, but it's like the old toy cars. It's die cast metal, but it's all die cast as well. So any comments on the video, guys, just put it on the YouTube video underneath. You can catch me on the forum, which is the AAEC forum. I'm still getting used to my camera being up top. I'm looking down because I used to use my smartphone for doing my videos, so you have to ignore me if I start looking down. So, but yeah, it's AAEC forum. Richo71 is the avatar, and I've also got links on my YouTube channel to Facebook and Twitter and to Google Plus, and my email is visible. So if you need to contact me and for any more information on it, please do so. I think the price, if they're going to sell it, is going to be around £55–60 from alligatevapor.co.uk. But thanks again for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope the close-ups were okay for you, and I'll see you in the next review. Thank you. Bye.